I was like legitimately not really forming memories for like multiple weeks at a time. Yeah. Hello, dudes and non-dudes. This is a little bit interesting. I don't even really know what I'm doing right now, but I'm coming to you because I previously recorded a video and I'm going through and editing it right now. And I'm watching it back and I'm like, this kind of sucks. But ultimately, this is audible. I don't know, I'm not gonna... So without further ado, I'm gonna throw some music on my headphones. I'm gonna work on this for a little bit and oh, let me set up a secondary camera because sick. Okay, we're jumping into this. Son of a... There really wasn't that crazy much that needed to happen. But it's leveled it up a lot. I love this. It's hard because I really enjoy doing these like panoramic cityscapes, and they just offer a lot of, it's a wider angle to work. I like them, but canvases this size are hard to come by. And who wants to just repeat the same thing over and over again, no matter how much you like it? Not me, man, dude. While we have a moment to sit down and talk while I consider adding something of a adjustment to the background, I gotta tell you guys about something incredible. So you're gonna notice that I did put in a second camera in this video, and it's hopefully not as terrible quality as when I tried doing it last, a couple videos ago. I figured out that without getting too crazy into the technical details, I have a custom ROM installed on my phone, and because of that, I can go in and I can disable all of the image processing done by the phone, which means that what you're going to be seeing out of that second camera is exactly what the lens of the camera sees. So there's like slight, distortion. It almost looks like an old disposable camera, but it has real quality. Not quality, but it has real like feeling to it. I'm kind of obsessed with this right now. It's been inspiring me to take a lot more photos on my phone because I really like the way that the photos are turning out now that I can turn off all camera processing, which is crazy to me. It's like you should be able to do this on all phones. You shouldn't have to hack your frickin' phone to get access to the raw image quality when it's this freaking beautiful. That's all I have to say about that. I'm just so excited about it that I had to share that with you guys. Yeah, it's cool to me. It's very cool to me. So I'm coming to you guys kind of on the other side of a complete mental hole, is all I can really describe it as. Which is why I'm re-recording this video in the first place, because I was deep in that hole last time when I recorded the original video. But today something has somewhat shaken me out of it, and I don't really know what it is, but I feel more like myself again out of nowhere. Not less stressed, not less sad, but more like myself. I was like legitimately not really forming memories for like multiple weeks at a time. The part of me that wants to temper what I'm saying is trying to grasp for memories that I have from that time period to prove myself wrong, and I cannot come up with a single one right now. So, oh, actually no, I remember we watched a episode of Mr. Rogers together where they make erasers. So I do have memories. They are just fleeting and few and far between. I don't know, but yeah, today I woke up and things feel more possible. It's hard to explain. I feel like I've been underneath a blanket, like a heavy weighted blanket, overwhelmed, where literally doing anything feels like too much. And then it was a couple of days ago, I woke up with all of the emotional grief having just smashed into me all in one day. And then I think it took pretty much a day or two to process all of that. And then now I'm starting to feel like myself again. But yeah, I don't know what those couple of weeks was. It was just extreme dissociation for a couple of weeks. What did I paint? Oh, I painted this during that, which is kind of interesting because it kind of reveals the exact mental state that I was in. If you look at it, I'll throw it up on the screen so I don't have to pull it down. But that looks to me like it was painted by somebody who wasn't really forming memories at the time. To me, it's a very interesting painting, and just staring at it, like if you just remove the comparison of trying to compare it to what you know and just engage with it itself as an image without trying to being like, oh, this is, it actually is a very interesting image, in my opinion. Maybe you look at it and you're like, no, this is sloppy garbage, I hate this, in which case, all right. But for me, it's a very interesting piece that I painted during that time period. I think that was the one that we started together in my last video, and then I finished it alone over the past, however many days. This also happened. I like this painting a lot. It's crazy. If you are a very long time viewer of the channel, I'm talking like since I first started posting videos pretty much, you might remember this piece. I painted this live in a video. But it originally had a like pink and kind of yellow background around the outside. I'll throw an image of that up right now so you can see what I'm talking about. But because I don't have canvas, because canvas is expensive, I paint all of the paintings that you see are painted on top of an old piece. And so I went to paint over this with just, white gesso, and I did a square around it, and I was like, yo, this kind of looks good. That's interesting. So I just started painting around the edges of it just to isolate the head, just to see how I felt about it. And I was like, wow, this is actually a lot better than it was. It's something about this darkness, like it adds a lot for me. And it became one of my favorites that I have just from that, which is quite interesting to me. I hope you guys like it. Here's a sneak preview on what we'll be working on next. This is what's about to get painted over. We're going to be doing a very large piece, I think, because I've been feeling the need to, move in big ways and make big things. Hey, yo! Where's my cup of water? Hey, where's my cup of water? Hey! There it is. So, I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't sit down and try to extract lessons from the past couple of weeks of dissociation and having come out on the other side feeling better. So that's what we're going to do. And we'll do it in real time because I don't know what the freaking lessons are off right now at all. I think there's no real lesson to be learned about why I entered into it in the first place. I think the coming out of it is where we can draw a lesson. At least where I can draw a lesson from. I think the number one lesson is no sleeping upright. And I would say the other lesson is that it's okay to be angry and depressed and all sorts of negative feelings. And it doesn't mean that you're any less effective or anything like that for it. Because I think that a lot of what kept me in that state was not wanting to acknowledge that I was starting to feel sad and angry. I just have this compulsive need to try to extract a lesson from every single thing that happens in my life. And so I wanted to sit down and do that with you guys today, because coming out of such a period feels like a nice thing to me, you know? Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Sheboygan. I've been hanging out with my friends more. Just get online, talk about some video games with the bros, you know? Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. That's what I forgot to mention. I had a double FND episode this week. Not cool at all, man. Not cool at all. Sometimes I just get hit with these waves of like everything is gonna be okay and I love my life. And these waves happen despite how difficult things may be in the moment. And I am extremely grateful for them. I just had one and it feels so good. Whenever that happens, I try really hard to savor it and remember the feeling, because it is good to recognize how good things are sometimes, you know? You know, my friends, I greatly appreciate you coming and hanging out with me today. The album of the week this week is Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. My son has recently started watching a lot of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and we got PBS Kids just for him because he very much enjoys watching that, and it seems like a healthy show for him to be watching. Yeah, check it out. If you got kids, it's a great show. Even if you don't got kids, maybe check it out. You might like it. All right, my friends, that is all that I have for you today. If you would like to purchase any of the pieces featured in the video, check the link in the description for the shop, or email me. We can, you know, I can get you a piece either way. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. It helps me a lot, as well as liking the video, because that tells the algorithm that this video is worth other people's time. And without further ado, my friends, I'm gonna get out of here. I will see you in 9 days. There's also other pieces that are not in these videos that will be available at the shop in the link in the description. Check it out, give it a follow. Even if you don't want to buy a piece, it's an Instagram account. Goodbye.